We'll require your inputs for some other stories that we'll be tracking through the broadcast. However, for now, we're looking at some story that's coming in from Mexico, where U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has spoken with the Mexican Foreign Minister Juan Ramon de la Fuente days after U.S. President Donald Trump threatened land strikes on drug cartels that he said were running Mexico. U.S. State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott has said, and I quote, Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke today with Mexican Foreign Secretary Juan Ramon de la Fuente to discuss the need for stronger cooperation to dismantle Mexico's violent narco-terrorist network and stop the trafficking of fentanyl and other weapons. This comes after Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum said that she had tasked Fuente with strengthening coordination with the United States. Following Trump's threat, which became more worrying after U.S. forces attacked Venezuela last weekend and captured its president, Nicolas Maduro. Joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Brian Thomas with more on this. Brian, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has spoken with the Mexican Foreign Minister. Could you please take us through the details of their conversation?
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke with Mexican Foreign Minister Juan Ramon de la Fuente this week to discuss strengthened cooperation between the U.S. and Mexico in combating violent narcotics trafficking and cartel networks. This talks comes days after U.S. President publicly pushed for more aggressive action against drug cartels, including threat of potential military action. That as a stance has increased diplomatic sensitivity between the two neighbors. Even Marco Rubio and De La Fuente also emphasized the need for a closer cooperation and collaboration on dismantling Mexican cartel operations and stopping the flow of fentanyl and weapons, while also working within the framework of bilateral cooperation, mutual respect of sovereignty. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum also, who previously voiced strong opposition to any foreign military strikes on Mexico's soil, recently also tasked De La Fuente with deepening coordination with Washington, especially after Trump suggested he might even initiate land strikes against cartels along Mexico's southern border itself.
All right, Brian. Thank you so much for all those